If you're in the Mid-Atlantic and looking for your next toy, I really hope you check out Blue Ridge Power Sports located in Harrisonburg, Virginia. All their information is listed in the description below. If you're after a Honda, KTM, or Can-Am, they've got you covered. They have competition motocross, enduro, and cross-country bikes. They also carry sport quads and utility 4x4s from Honda and Can-Am. Every customer is treated as if they want your business and for you to return in the future for your next machine. I really hope you consider Blue Ridge Power Sports for your next purchase. Trust me, you'll have a great experience. Holy shnikes. Alright, thanks for tuning in. This is Thomper Be Thompin'. Here we are at Blue Ridge in Southern Virginia with VCHSS. 30 plus C class. I'm on a 2024 KTM 300 XCW, and my favorite color is green. So as you can see, pretty dusty. This race was rescheduled. I took it really easy on the start. I had a fever like the days before this race, so, and a sore throat and everything, so I just was not 100%. I could feel it. So definitely took it easy on lap 1 here. Had a little bit of arm pump lap 1 into lap 2, only in my throttle hand, but that really got a lot better as the race went on. In fact, my lap time showed it too. I went from like a 31-minute lap to a 29-minute lap to a 27 and change, so I really turned it on the last lap and a half there. But yeah, the things were rough on the start here. This course is so good. Man, there's so much elevation change. Tons of downhills just like this. Tons of hill climbs. The conditions were really good too, so you could really hard charge if you wanted. Quite a bit of chop though to deal with, like braking bumps, accelerating bumps, so you could get a little bit unsorted, and because it was a little bit on the drier side, there was a lot of that like loose silt. But you can see right here, plenty of grip in a lot of sections. Yeah, so lap 1, I just kind of don't really know what to expect. I'm letting the race come to me. This was one of the more fun hill climbs. You could really hard charge. So the leaders actually got 4 laps in, but I only did 3. I missed the cut for that 4th lap. Not my best performance, but still a lot of great takeaways. I did really well in my final lap. And I gotta share something too. So I've got my baby boy, Wes. He's like 14 months old, and he's been walking around pretty well. He can do it on his own. He can run almost. Well, he can basically run. But I will bend over and kind of hold his hand as he's running around really fast. And he's just short enough, and I'm just tall enough to where I have to like get into the attack position and do this. So little did I know, I did a lot of sitting on my first lap here, but my final lap, and my final really 2 laps, I stood way more, and I was shocked at how fatigued I wasn't. And I can only attribute it to chasing around my little boy in the attack position. So yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. Yeah, this turn, a bunch of riders blew through this turn on the first lap. A little dusty out in these open sections, but not too bad overall. I've definitely raced in dustier conditions. Definitely gonna need a filter change after this one too. But yeah, just constant up and down, so good. Lots of places to pass too. There were only a couple like tight sections where you couldn't really fit in a pass here and there. But the off-camber nature of this trail definitely made some passes a little sketchy. So you still had to pick and choose a little bit. Like this, a little tight through here. I'm bumbling. Yeah, the arm pump and the throttle hand was actually pretty bad that first lap and change. Caught up behind this rider, but I'm just not riding at 100% to really go push and try to make a pass. So I'm just kind of cruising. Try to make a pass on the inside, but I just don't accelerate up that hill fast enough. And you got other people passing. I'm losing spots. There goes red light. More on them later. We have some good battles. That red tail light. In fact, there's 2 of them. And so I just kind of let them go. I could have like hung in there and tried to fight with everybody, jockeying for position, but I chose to kind of back off a little bit because I know this arm pump monster really well, and if you just give up a little bit of that intensity, well, then the arm pump goes away. So I try to make a line choice pass there, and it ends up backfiring. I lose a bunch more positions, and then I made a sketchy pass right there. Normally I don't do that. Normally I'm a little more careful with my planning, and I make a cleaner pass. So that was my bad. Bumping bars there. Another nice downhill. A little bit of chop. Pretty hard pack, but lots of grip through here. Lots of grip. The river crossings were all bridged really nicely. Yeah, there I am shaking out my throttle arm. That little section, had to wheelie over that to a pretty quick left-hander uphill. And then this was pretty sudden, this dip. Of course the GoPro doesn't do it justice. That was way steeper than it looked on camera here. Very doable, but the first lap it was just like, oh, hello, steep wall, here we go. Yeah, so me and my boy AK camped out for this one since we were coming from so far away in Northern Virginia. And I went through a little hike the night before and I ended up getting a bunch of chigger bites. That's awesome. Nice hill climbs. I definitely could have attacked these a lot harder. It's not like they were chewed out and rutted and rooted or anything. There was plenty of grip. I was just taking it easy. That arm pump, I tell you, if you can allow it to just kind of dissipate, then you can turn it on again. Shaking it out some more. I was really pleased with the bike this race. The suspension was perfect for hard charging, at least for, me, C-class racer, middle of the pack. I'm not Patty Holloway out there going Mach 7. Another nice little hill climb. But man, my boys had some injuries. Tim hit a tree, tweaked his fork, so his bars were all jacked up. And my friend John, he cartwheeled his bike and severed his starter wiring. Eventually got it started, he essentially jumped it. But his race got, ended prematurely. And then my other boy, Randall, he had a hard get off, landed on his ribs, completely jacked those up. He's okay, but... And then my boy AK dented his header pipe and jacked his shoulder up, so I'm pretty happy to have come out of here unscathed. Another fun hill climb, and room to make passes too. I probably just should have set that up a little better. Here's that hill climb again. This is right towards the end of lap 1. I've kept the arm pump away enough to be able to still hard charge, but it's still holding me back a little bit. Yeah, I almost blow that corner out right there. Jeez Louise. C-class riders, am I right?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I yelled, oh crap, because I saw what place I was in. It wasn't good. That was Travis at the start line there, cheering people on. Course is really well marked. Definitely great in that regard. But lap 2, it's about maybe like a third of the way through this where the arm pump finally dissipates. Climbing some hills. These were so much fun. Of course, you can go way faster up these. tons of grip, like no boulders in the way. Just what an awesome place to ride. Down in Martinsville, Virginia. Absolutely gorgeous. So here's red light, red tail light. All right, I'm reeling them in, starting to feel better. I'm like, oh, hey, maybe I can work in a pass here. So I ride with them for quite a while, trying to work one in. Down through the big dip. I take the right-hand side here. Left hand was definitely better, especially considering it was a right-hander at the top. Don't know why I did that. I was just feeling frisky. Got to mix it up. Then it tightens up through there. Very, very fast course. Like the afternoon folks, like the A and B riders were really moving through here. And I pick it up on my final lap. Like I said, my last lap was like 4 minutes faster than my first lap. That's quite a bit. Yeah, I messed up some of these hill climbs. Didn't really hit them the best. Again, I was feeling off at the beginning of the race.
Oh, finally no more arm pump.
Yes!
I can ride.
God, that's such a good feeling. In the middle of the race, when your arm pump finally goes away, for me, whenever my arm pump goes away, it's like gone for good. I can race for hours and hours. Just allows you to be confident. You can pick up the pace. You can try to make passes. Like I'm going to try and work one in up here. I am being a little selective though. Probably could have gone right there. Finally get on it. Work one in. Then I catch up to this crew, and they were riding pretty good. I felt a little bit faster because I was able to catch them and hang with them, no problem. But it was fun riding behind them. They were jockeying for position, just trading off. It was cool. Rode behind this group for a little while. I didn't have any get-offs either. I think I hopped off the bike once, but I landed on my feet, just kept her going. Like, no tip-overs. I really enjoy that. I used to crash every single race. It's nice not crashing. Lovely little hill climb. And I'm still kind of flowing behind them. I'm trying to, like, when you catch up to a group, it's not easy to just like pass everybody all at once. And then I get caught up on this hill climb. It was a little sketchy to pass on the left-hand side there. Yeah, definitely killed my momentum. So I'm feeling great at this point now. I think the sign here says 2 laps to go. Because at this point I had yet to be lapped by the leaders. Woo, right back into some downhill chop. Nice little tricep burner. Tried to work in a nope, didn't work. Then it tightens up a little bit too much to make a safe pass up here. You got some inside line ruts there. Man, I'm terrible at ruts. Deep ruts through the woods. I really got to work on that. I got to get a grass track going. Start practicing deeper ruts. A couple of these lower elevation flat sections where you could really twist it open. Can carry way more speed than what I'm doing right there.
You okay?
Yeah, he was good. So finally get around that rider. And I think pretty soon here I catch up to some more.
Yep.
Yeah, this course might be the bee's knees for hill climbs and descents. Some of these are just so incredibly long. Really made you try to be like disciplined with your form, grabbing the bike with your knees, leaning forward on acceleration, but hinging at the hips and everything. So I catch back up to red tail light here. I think a rider got between us or something. Thank you. Person basically let me by. Can't remember if I passed red tail light or not. We'll find out here soon. Back through the dip. Have a little dip. That little section was so much fun. There's red tail light. Here we go. Up, rider in between us. All right. So this rider, called them stand-up rider, excellent form. I was thoroughly impressed. Good discipline, good endurance, good form. Just standing up in between me and red tail light here. Eventually I do work in a pass. But again, like they were fast enough. I had to kind of be a little careful, be a little choosy. Last thing I want to do is take them out and take myself out. But third lap, I'm feeling psychedelic, totally tubular. So, well, except for when I'm letting super fast people pass me. Just kind of regather my energy here. I know I'm sitting down now, but I did way more standing my final couple laps. Felt really, really good. Look at that form. Just flowing through there. I'm talking about the rider ahead of me, not me. Lower leg is perfectly vertical, hinged at the hips, leaning into the turn. Okay, I'm like, geez Louise, you're making passes. I gotta make passes. I got perfect form stand up and tail light over here. I gotta get around these people. Now, notice, this is tail light with the red sleeves. And so they did the look there, so I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity. Maybe they got some arm pump or something. Sure enough, they do the arm drag right there. Okay. That's essentially just letting me by. Now I can go after perfect form. This little section was a little abrupt right there, followed by some choppy roots. I remember that. So there's one red tail light down with red sleeves. And then I think I catch up to another one up here. Get around perfect form here. Then there's my boy Randall. We got lots of angry revs behind us. Someone fast is back there. I'm trying to work in a pass on my boy. Didn't work. And I'm feeling like Jet Lawrence here. Maybe like Chase. That's probably not good. Trying to work, okay, maybe, okay, no, go right, go left. Oh, that person's gonna pass. They get tucked up behind Randall. I see a spot, just go for it. Got the pass in. Still lots of angry people behind us though. Maybe move up the B class, just saying. So I catch up to this rider. Still feeling good. Still going off that adrenaline high of passing my friend. That's always a good feeling. All right, we're gonna pass here. Here we go. Yeah, I felt amazing my final lap. I was actually really bummed we didn't get a fourth because I think I would have made up some time. Maybe caught another person or two in my class. I think the moral of the story is I just got to get better on my first lap. So here's red light, white and red sleeves. Totally different tail light here. All right. Got to put this tail light behind me. See if I can twerk in another little pass here. See, off camber like this, a little tougher to do. And they are riding fast too. I mean, I'm close to my limits here, at least safe. So I could hear that person coming up behind, let them pass. And taillight did too, so I was able to get a cheapy pass in. I think I have another super angry little kid behind me. Gotta let them by. Down here, no dust at all. Beautiful through here. It really was a tremendous race. Love these hill climbs, love the descents. They make you so much better. Finally carried a little bit of speed through that section. I hit it so slow the first 2 times. But then down rider, ooh, that'll throw your momentum off. I don't know who that is ahead of me. I think they're still ahead. Could be Dexter. In my class, here's like the final hill climb before the finish line. I actually catch these riders too. That's Dexter, he's in my class. I got so close. I try some psyops against him up here to see if I can get him into letting me pass.
Dexter, let me pass you!
It didn't work. He did not let me pass. Thanks for watching, everybody.